Hey, welcome back everyone. So today I'm doing a product review of the Arcteryx Captive polo shirt, which I'm wearing right now. This is it. This is the blue version. I've always been a fan of the Arcteryx shirts. In particular, I like their short sleeve collared wool shirts. There's a few different varieties on their website that you can take a look at, but I've been buying those for years and I've really enjoyed them. However, my travels have often taken me to very hot climates around the world, and when you're wearing wool, it's great in some ways because it doesn't stink when it gets hot and sweaty, which is nice. It dries out relatively quickly, and of course it keeps you warm. So if you get rained on or if you're in a cold environment, even very thin wool is really nice. It does keep you a lot warmer than, say, cotton, which when it gets cold and wet, it's actually going to keep you really cold and wet. So it's not a good option for that sort of environment. However, I decided that I had to buy some cotton because when I'm in these warm climates, the wool just is a little bit too hot. So I went out and I bought this one here. This is the Captive, and it's really nice. Actually, it's better than what I thought it would be. And it's really quite comfortable, very nice. It's a bit stretchy, so you can see here, like I'm stretching it a little bit, and it feels like it's got some spandex in there, and I know some of their products do, but apparently this doesn't. So I guess it's just that blend of mostly cotton with a little bit of polyester in it. But it feels very nice. I like the color. The collar is pretty good. I don't like a collar that doesn't sit right, so this collar sits pretty well. It's got some plasticky buttons, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of, although I think they're going to hold up pretty well. They go together quite nice. It snaps together fine. So that's pretty good. The overall fit of the shirt is nice as well. So I weigh 175 pounds and my height is 5 feet 9 inches, and this is a medium. And I would say it fits me pretty well. I feel quite good in it. The length is not too bad. It falls just below my belt line. I've got about 2 to 3 inches below my belt line, which is pretty good as well. That's kind of the standard that I'm looking for. It's got good movement, right? So it fits quite well that way. Just give you a little look there on the back. The collar sits well. I like that a lot. It's got a really interesting shoulder to it as well. So it's got a little bit of material there, which I like, and the cut seems to work really well for my shoulders. So it doesn't look weird that way. For a medium, I think the cut here is great as well for my size and height. So I think if you're around 5'9", around 175, give or take 5 or 10 pounds or a couple inches, I think that this is going to work pretty well for you. I like the new colors too. Arcteryx has been doing some really strange things with their colors. I shouldn't say strange. Some interesting things with their colors. And I haven't necessarily been a fan when I look at them on their website. In fact, I find their website, to be honest, quite terrible. But that's another video. Anyway, I saw this color and I was like, I can't tell if that's going to be terrible or really good. So I ordered it expecting I was going to send it back. But actually, the color is not too bad. And I bought some pants too, which I'm going to do a review on later. And that color looked like vomit on their website, but actually turned out to be pretty good. Kind of a muted, weird pastel-y color, if that sounds right. Sounds terrible when I say it that way. Anyway, it turned out quite well. And I kind of like this color as well, which is a surprise to me. So I recommend this shirt. I think it's nice. If you want a cotton polo shirt, I think this fits quite well. There is some reviews on their site saying that it fits kind of long. I don't think so. For me, it doesn't. I mean, if you're shorter than me, maybe a medium would feel kind of long for you. But for me, it's not too bad. Some of the other things I look at with a shirt like this is how does it button down right here? Because some of them are a little bit strange that way. I think that this one is good. It sits just right. There's not too many buttons. When you open the second button, it doesn't show my entire chest, which is not really what I'm going for. So I like to be able to button it up to here if I want and have it look okay. But then unbutton one here, be a little bit more casual, right? And it's not too bad, right? So that fits pretty good. It feels really comfortable. It feels very breathable. I haven't worn it too much yet, but I'm not going to return it. I am going to keep this shirt. I think it's quite nice. I think it's a good mix between this and my wool shirts as well. The problem with some of the wool shirts, which I was a little bit worried about in this case, was they're very thin. And so sometimes, you know, you can see the old nipples and stuff like that, which is a little bit weird. Like, I'm not quite comfortable with that. With this shirt, there's very little of that, right? Like, I don't know if you can see my actual nipples there, but hopefully not, because that would be weird. But anyway, I think it's pretty good that way. I like the color, I like the fit, I like the material. The price, of course, that's really up to you. Arcteryx gear is never cheap, although their quality is typically quite good. So I think you're getting what you pay for in that regard. So one other thing about this shirt is Arcteryx gear, some of their newer designs, does have a very slim fit to it. And in some cases I'm a fan of that. In most cases I'm not, especially for clothes that I'm going to go out and be active in. However, with this shirt, it does taper a little bit at the bottom, which I find works quite well for me. If you're rocking the dad bod, it may not be as great for you, of course, but you know, I think I've got a little bit of a gut, but it's not too bad. So this shirt works. I think that's something to watch out for. But overall, I think the tapering and the slim fit of this shirt is not too excessive. So that's good. In some cases, like with the pants and stuff, I find it's a little bit excessive for me. So I'm not a really big fan of that. However, this works quite well. The fit, I would say, is good. So that's a plus. So overall, I'm recommending this shirt. Overall, I think Arcteryx did a great job of this shirt. I like the design. It's very clean. It's very comfortable. And I think it's exactly what I was looking for. So this is the Captive by Arcteryx. If you have this shirt, I'd love to hear about your experience. If you didn't like it, if you liked it, if there's things they could improve on, that would be awesome. I'm not sponsored by Arcteryx. They don't pay me to talk about their products. They probably would pay me not to talk about their products because I'm not always kind on all of their products. Although I do like overall what they do, and I think they are good quality and generally a pretty good manufacturer of items. So that's it. Hope you like the shirt. If you don't, if you do, whatever, let me know in the comments down below. Would appreciate it. Happy trails.